They say history rhymes, but this.
I'm Peppa Pig. This is my little brother George.
Uncanny. This is a glitch in the Matrix. 3,000 years before streaming services, the Shang Dynasty just cast a clay vessel. They designed a global icon.
Ah, a very old cooking pot! And that thing on top? Wait a second. His eyes go wide. Is that Peppa Pig? Dude, did ancient China have merch deals?
Good guess, but no. This is a pottery wine vessel known as a he, featuring a unique pig-shaped lid. It was unearthed at the Yinshu ruins and dates back over 3,000 years to the Shang Dynasty.
Wait! Her! Sounds like her!
Correct, and coincidentally, that's also how you say my name, He.
Hold up! Let me get this straight. They dug up a pig head, her, and your name is her? That sounds like her!
Well, yes, but...
Dude, this isn't a coincidence! This is your origin story. They predicted your whole brand. That is literally your 3,000-year-old LinkedIn profile picture.
Moving on, the body of the vessel is shaped like a li, a traditional Chinese tripod pot with 3 hollow, pouch-like legs designed for stability and heating. And yes, this little guy here is indeed a pig.
Wait! So the lid looks like the victim. That's cold. It's like the pot saying, "Hey Peppa, get in the soup, pigs."
Actually, pigs back then weren't just bacon. They were gods. And this little guy might be connected to the most powerful thing in the night sky, the Big Dipper.
Pigs in space. I know. 3 little pigs, not the 7 little pigs of the galaxy.
You're mocking it, but today we're unpacking why the entire ancient world from China to the Vikings looked at the stars and saw a giant cosmic boar.
Okay, Bronze Age Star Wars. I'm listening.
Time rewinds 6,000 years. No calendars, no apps. The Hongshan culture in China looked up the Big Dipper, their celestial GPS. Its handle pointed seasons.
So, ancient Google Maps, recalculating, harvest in 30 days.
Exactly. But, plot twist, they might not have seen a dipper. Scholars think they saw a divine boar. The bowl was its head, the handle its powerful body.
That's some ancient abstract art. Picasso who?
Scholars believe this isn't just a mashup. This might be the ancestor of the dragon itself. That celestial power may have actually evolved from the pig.
Wait! So the original dragon was part pork? That's a plot twist.
The logic is solid. The pig linked to the harvest season, and the Big Dipper's handle pointed to that exact time. Darts, harvest, their key survival animal, worship the sky pig, pray for full storerooms. This wasn't just myth, it was ancient science.
Got it! Not a mascot. It was their Don't Let Us Starve app, powered by constellations.
Fast forward to 8th century China. Journey to the west. Picture Lord of the Rings. On a chaotic road trip, a monk recruits a super monkey, a stoic river guardian, and a very problematic pig.
The pig lazy, hungry, always in trouble.
That's Zhu Bajie. But before that, he was celestial royalty. Marshal Tianpeng, commander of the Heavenly Navy, the admiral of all sky waters.
From admiral to pig sidekick, that is the worst demotion in corporate history.
Classic workplace scandal. Got wasted. Hit on the moon goddess. The CEO Jade Emperor fired him on the spot, but his reincarnation glitched. Meant to be human. Landed in a pig's body.
A cosmic HR nightmare. The ultimate reply all mistake.
Here's the key. In myth, Marshal Tianpeng is linked to the Big Dipper gods. So Zhu Bajie's story is that year-old sky pig myth getting a dramatic reboot. He ends up as the cleansing altar envoy, the god who eats all temple offerings. Full circle, back to being the god of abundance.
So his character arc is God gets canceled for harassment. does community service, and eventually gets promoted to God of the Eternal Buffet.
Think this is just a China thing. Open any ancient culture's history. The bigger the boar, the harder they simped. Global boar obsession was a universal vibe.
A worldwide fandom for a giant pig. Show me the merch.
First stop, Turkey, 9,000 years ago. At Tari, a Tao-ite clay boar statues. Likely for hunting luck and fertility.
Primitive for ritual play.
Next, let's hit Greece. The Caledonian boar, a monster so tough, it took all of Greece's heroes to kill it. The original raid boss.
Drop loot, legendary tusks, plus 10 charisma.
Then take a look at the Celts. They wore solid gold boar torques. This wasn't just bling, it was CEO level power flex. Only the elite wore it.
So their vibe was, my necklace is pig-shaped, and it costs more than your house.
Jump to the Norse. Their god Freyr had Gullimbursti, a golden mane boar that glowed and ran across sky and sea. A divine uber that lit its own path.
A glow-in-the-dark, all-terrain pig. Okay, that beats a Tesla.
And finally, Southeast Asia. The Hindu god Vishnu has an avatar, Varaha, a giant boar that lifts the earth on its tusk, the ultimate protector.
So basically, if you wanted to say, I am tough in ancient times, you didn't use a lion, you used a pig.
But the fan club didn't stop in Asia. Across the Pacific, the Maya looked up at the night sky. And guess what they saw?
Don't tell me! Another space pig!
Close. They saw the peccary. In Mayan cosmology, these wild pigs weren't just food. They were the pillars of the universe. Just as Marshal Tianpeng commanded the sky waters, the Mayan peccary held up the four corners of the sky.
Okay, that's heavy lifting. Literally. So the pig is basically the structural engineer of reality.
Precisely. And look at the stars. Where we see Gemini, the Maya saw the peccary constellation. And myth says, right there in the peccary stars, the maize god is reborn.
Wait, China, stars, pig, harvest, Maya, stars, pig, corn god rebirth. Different continents, no internet, no phones. But they wrote the exact same code.
Yes, whether eating millet in the Yellow River Valley or corn in the Yucatan jungle, whether creating a dragon or a cosmic pillar, our ancestors looked at the same dark ocean of stars. They feared the same hunger, they prayed for the same survival, and they found hope in the same animal.
So, we aren't just looking at a dusty pot, are we?
No, we are looking at a mirror.
East and west, growing on the same earth, looking at the same stars. Maybe we're not that different after all.
Exactly. So, think about the journey we just took. From a 6,000 years jade that maps the stars, to a Mayan cosmic pillar holding up the sky, to a drunk ex-admiral glitching into a pig's body. The boar was never just an animal.
I owe you an apology, Peppa. You aren't just a meme. You are celestial royalty. You are the original influencer.
And a simple pig on a pot might just be the key to unlocking the ancient worldview.
Man, this changes everything. So next time you eat bacon, show some respect. You are eating a fallen star.
The oldest, baddest pig in the sky.
The original starhog.
Now it's your turn. What's the coolest animal from ancient myths you know? A monkey god, a nine-tailed fox.
Comment below. Most viral animal gets a shout out in the next episode. Smash like, subscribe, and tell us, are you number Team Sky Pig or number Team Earth Boar?